Okay, so as y'all know that I'm in a long-term relationship, right? I mean, not long-term, hopefully long-term, but if not, I mean long distance. So I've been in a long-distance relationship for the last 6-7 months, right? And one of my girlfriends is like, how can you do a long distance relationship? Because I'm the type of person that I want to be all up under you and all up under my man, and want to spend time with him and all this other stuff. And I had to tell her, baby, it is not for the weak. Like, for real, it is not for the weak. And I even told my boyfriend, like, we both actually said the same thing. Like, I think being in a long distance relationship is stupid. Like, why would anybody want to do that? Like, no, that's crazy. And especially for me, because my second love language is touch. So I love, for my man to touch me, little subtle touches. It makes me happy. It turns me on. So to be in a long distance relationship, I'm like, yikes, how the fuck am I gonna do that? Like, this is not something that I was prepared for. I wasn't even thinking about, wasn't even thinking about being in a relationship in no time soon. But I had gotten used to, like, even in my previous relationship, used to like being alone and not getting that intimacy that I would have liked. So I had gotten used to not having that. So for me, when I got back in contact with my bae and he was in another state, I'm like, oh, long distance ain't gonna be that bad. Like, I'm used to not having it anyway. So I went in this relationship under the impression that it wasn't going to be hard, because again, I had gotten used to not having the intimacy and the love that I was searching for. Even though I was in a relationship, I had gotten used to just not having that. And like sex, I ain't had sex and I ain't thinking about no sex, like, for real. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not that a major thing to me. And again, because like with me, sex and emotions, they go hand in hand. So if my head isn't feeling you, then my body is going to react in a way that's like, it's a desert down there. But anyway, back to the subject. So I was like going into this long distance relationship, like, oh, it'll be cool. We'll talk on the phone and stuff like that. Didn't expect my feelings to be as strong. I knew I loved him, like, even before we got back together. We was together previously, and I had mad love, mad feelings for him. I didn't know that my feelings were still that strong and that deep for him. So going into it, I wasn't expecting much, but being in it, like, my whole mentality, my whole way of thinking has changed, because I feel loved. Even though he's 720 miles away from me. Yes, I calculated 720 miles away from me. I don't feel the distance. Like, when I had somebody next to me, I felt like we were 720 miles away. But being with him, and just the way we connect and the way we talk and the way he, makes me feel like I want to be close to him. I want to, and that's the difficult part. Very difficult not to be able to come home from work and he's there, and we live in our life. It's very, very, very difficult to do that every day. But I think our situation is unique because, like I said, I think we are twin flames. Like, that's my other half. Like, I think we are pretty much have the same soul. Like, that's my soul partner. And so it's not a task, or I don't feel like it's a burden for it, because I want to talk to him every day. We talk every day. We talk, we text, we send crazy ass memes back and forth. Like, we communicate daily, pretty much daily. And it's not like we're forcing ourselves to do this. It's because I want to talk to him. I want to be engaged with him, especially since he's 7. What makes it a little bit easier too is because we communicate. we talked about, you know, the shit that we've been through in previous relationships, and we talked about where we are as people now, and what we how we love ourselves, and how we don't want to control anybody, and we don't want anybody to control us, because at the end of the day, people are adults and they can do what they want to do. And I think we have